Another week of high school football is on the docket. Gentlemen, where are we starting tonight?
Nikki, it's time to give some love to the small schools. Our Touchdown 10 game of the week takes us out to Class C.
Yeah, and Ian, that's where undefeated Gananda met Leroy, Caledonia, Mumford. 4 schools, 2 teams, and one pretty big rivalry. Rivals no longer enemies. They're friends now, and you can tell as Brady McClure goes in untouched to put Leroy Calmum up 27-0 here in the fourth. It was all rivals, but the Bombers looking to go quick in hopes for maybe a late comeback, and they did make things interesting. Radavian Allen, a cross between maybe Ray Davis and Josh Allen, stays in bounds for the quick score. Gananda pulled within 14 of this one, but with time running short, McClure, he's going to go long to Donovan Gaylord, and that will just about do it. Look at that catch. Rivals get the win, 33-18 in the end.
All right, out to Batavia we go. Picking up in the third quarter, the Blue Devils lead Eastridge 22-0. Nolan O'Neill throws it to Justin Weathers. He weathers a couple tackles to get the Lancers into the red zone, and that's where Eastridge will go to the ground. A pitch to the right before, wait for it, boom! Maggio Buchholz lays the hit stick, laying out the fumble, and the Blue Devils will fall in it to protect the shutout. Jump to the fourth quarter, Lancers going deep, but Batavia's William Stevens ball hawks this one, steals it out of the air. That's quarterback on quarterback crime right there. Batavia remains in control. Have you had enough defense? Well, too bad. Eastridge is trying one last-ditch effort to get on the board. The snap is bobbled, and it's Najmel Gardner guarding the end zone, keeping the Lancers out of it. And hey, it's not like there wasn't offense in this one. Maggio Buchholz runs all over the field, and the Blue Devils get a 22-0 shutout at home to stay unbeaten.
Wow, what a game there. How about Pittsford hosting Fairport in a Class AA clash? Neon night for the Panthers, and they clawed their way down the field first. Eric Chen has the burst, and he scores. Puts the home team up early in this one. But in the next quarter, Fairport, they're going to have a long drive, and Sam Roselli, he's been great at quarterback. He's been practicing the juke move on the sticks. Scampers in for 6. Fairport ties things at 7. Then at the end of the half, Panthers looking for 3, but it's blocked. And in the same way they lost last week, Fairport runs it back for 6. Brian Barbita on the touchdown. Now, this game was suspended with just about 10 minutes to go due to a Fairport player taken off by ambulance. But the school district says he's expected to make a full recovery. They led by 13 at the time.
All right, heading east for a homecoming crowd in Canandaigua. The Grey Wolves welcome in Churchville-Chili. Both teams 2-1. First quarter, the Academy wasting no time getting that crowd on their feet. Opening kickoff return by Peyton Hopi. He finds an alley and finds pay dirt. 92 yards untouched, 7-0 Canandaigua. Sticking in the first, CA up 14-0, but the Saints find the prayer they need. Zion Beecham keeps her drive going in with the leaping fourth down catch. Later on that drive, Jaden Jager battling up the middle for Churchville. That'll score 6 points to close out frame number 1. Churchville trailing by 8. Moments later, first play of the second quarter, and CC's Andrew Jeffers rips the ball out of CA's hands. Chili clawing its way back into this one. That leads to another Churchville touchdown. This time, Andrew Frost gets the job done, 14-12, as the Saints get an upset win in Canandaigua. Churchville-Chili takes it 43-36, improving to 3-1.
Yeah, we did not expect that one, did we, Ian? Hey, no matter your record, though, you're always going to want to beat your crosstown rival. That is certainly true when these two teams get together. The Websters, Thomas and Schroeder. Home game for the Titans, and they were really juiced up for this one. Up 14 here late in the second half, but Liam torpedoes his way in to cut the deficit in half. Titans now looking to answer, though, and maybe wrap this thing up. Nolan Boehm at quarterback, nothing to blame here. He finds Tyler Estelle, who finds the end zone. Titans go back up by 2 scores. So the Warriors enter desperation mode. Kalen Watkins, he's been pretty solid at quarterback, looks for a quick score, and he does get it, but it's going the opposite way. Michael Wells, well, that is definitely ball game. Titans beat Schroeder for the first time in a long time, and it just feels good.
You know, we put on our student section rocks. Our spirit in our school is unbelievable, and it's just cool. I think this game is great. Just because, like, I've coached at other places, you don't get this type of environment, but we will when we have Schroeder Thomas. So, I hope we play it every year.
Thomas is 3-1 after that win.
All right, we're going to head to Greece, Arcadia, where the Titans host the Rochester Prep Tigers. Both squads looking for win numero uno. Tigers draw first play. Travion Scott Harris guts the rock, kicks it outside before, whoa. jukes towards the sideline. Whoop, again, cuts it back upfield, and nobody will catch Travion Scott Harris. He wins that foot race every time. Tigers with an incredible score to get on the board and their first points of the year. But hey, game ain't over. Prep looking for more. The deep pass to the middle of the field, while Javion Williams is there to snag it. He helps out the Titans with great field position, but nothing going for Arcadia on offense. Tigers usually don't travel in packs, I don't know. But an ambush of defenders is an attack on the Titans. Rochester Prep is going to get win number 1.
All right, Ian, undefeated Brighton and winless McQuaid. Did I read that right? Yeah, I did. Knights looking for win number Wahid. That's Arabic, Ian. You think you're cool with the Spanish. I won up to there. Zachary Rosendale thinks he's cool near the end zone, pushes through. Brighton finishes off a drive with a touchdown. Then on another drive, Justin Medina eyes a hole. He makes some moves. He's been great for this Bruins team. Drags some McQuaid defenders along for the ride. So they are moving and they are scoring. Medina disappears. Where'd he go? Oh, yeah, right there in for 6 more. Bruins take it 35-13.
Last but not least, the unbeaten Irondequoit Eagles welcome in Greece Athena. Eagles up by 14, back to pass here, but Athena's Colton Waterman says, hold on, man. Waterman deflects the pass, picks it off. Colton Waterman will go the distance, carrying the water for the Trojans and cutting the Eagles' lead in half. All right, jump ahead now. Ensuing drive for the Eags. It's 4th and 1. Number 17, Eric Torres, looking like a different number 17. Josh Allen, that is. He gets stonewalled on the QB sneak, shrugs off one tackle, poses like a Heisman, and moves the chains. That drive would end up stalling, and on Athena's next possession, Tham Thori gives them a taste of their own medicine. Ballhawks soaring, swiping the ball out of there. Irondequoit back in action, and Anthony Major with a celebration. It's a death by 1,000 cuts for Irondequoit. Deshaun Johnson goes right up the gut. He's excited, and he should be. Eagles are 4-0 with a big win on the road. All right, and how about some more local scores? Gates Chili wins big for victory number 2. Avon scores 49 in a win over Attica. And, of course, York Pavilion beats Notre Dame Batavia.